I've just been rambling to my boyfriend in voice notes about what I'm going to speak on in this video. And the topic is basically that just because you might be inconsistent currently, just because you might not be showing up the way you want to for your craft and your creative pursuits, it doesn't make you any less of an artist than someone who is currently consistent in these areas. And I want to say this and make a video on this because I needed this. And I needed this today. And it took quite a lot of stress for me to get to the point where I realised this. And I went for a walk and I was saying some voice notes to my boyfriend, and it just kind of came as I was talking that I find it so humorous that a lot of us as humans have found a way to make something that is supposed to be the most freeing, enjoyable, awe-creating, beautiful thing, which is creativity and expression, and turned it into another hustle and another way for us to compare ourselves and shame ourselves and tell ourselves that we are not enough. I think it's crazy. And it kind of made me have to ask myself quite a confronting question, which was, do I care more about how my life looks or how it feels? And when you ask me this, I'd always say, of course, how it feels. But I think that there is a part of me that does care how it looks to other people, because that has been so programmed into us through this perfectionist lens of the perfect body, the perfect career, the perfect home, the perfect even the perfect art. And art is messy. Art is imperfect because it's the closest, rawest thing that we have that can portray human existence, and that's why we're all so drawn to it. That's why people are upset about AI a lot of the time, and you know, it's because it's taking something that's so innately, deeply human and making it not human, making it perfect, and then pretending to be imperfect. But the reality is, we are humans currently, and we aren't ever going to be perfect. You're never, ever going to be perfect. And every moment that you spend wishing that you were, in your looks, in your work, in your family life, in your relationships, in your creativity, in your diet, in your movement, in your posts on Instagram, in your videos, whatever, every moment you spend wishing that you were is draining and wasting the most beautiful, raw, life force energy that you have, that could be going into resting, talking kindly to yourself, creating something amazing, creating something average, creating something awful, and gifting it to yourself, your family, your friends, or the world. And I just really wanted to make a short video naming this struggle and naming this and giving yourself almost the permission to give yourself permission to be inconsistent. Give yourself permission to be messy. And this isn't in a lazy way. This isn't in a way of don't follow your dreams, don't go after it and have a hunger for what you love. But if you are in a period of your life where you're just, other things are taking priority, don't shame yourself. That is not going to inspire more art. Funnily enough, it seems that when you accept yourself as you are, then you can begin to allow more creativity into your life, because it's always there. Art isn't just painting and singing and dancing, it's It's arranging leaves, it's preparing a meal, it's taking a different way home, it's taking a deep breath and knowing you'll never take one that's exactly the same again for your whole life. The same bits of air that enter you, and the pattern of your breath, and where you're looking and what you're listening to while you take this breath. It's every single detail of your life is art, and I just want to remind you that if you're not painting or singing or dancing or whatever your creative practice might be, you're still an artist. You're so much more wonderful and innately creative than I think you'll ever know. We all are. Just allow yourself this space. Write down your ideas, put them somewhere safe. You'll return to them when the time is right. And if you do feel like it's time to begin and you feel stuck, do a micro step. So if you're a singer, a micro step can just be putting a beat on YouTube and just writing a line. Or if you're an artist, what's the easiest medium you can grab? Probably a pencil or a pen. You know, sometimes even using paint can just feel too much. Just do a little sketch. Go somewhere beautiful and sketch something, or draw something normal in your room, just something normal like a vase or whatever, and just allow yourself to enjoy life. And remember that the point of creativity is enjoyment, and to be able to express things that sometimes words, sometimes conversations don't always allow. Our innermost intimate thoughts and ponderings aren't always the easiest things to share in a regular conversation. Sometimes we need to be alone to express them, and then the beautiful thing is, once we've got them out, we're no longer so much in that space, and we can then share them with the world, with people. And that is really cool. Look at how weird this plant is. It's all little seed pods. Every single seed pod is different. And it's just like humans. We're all different. And that's the way it's supposed to be. So I'm gonna end this off, but please, if you could do one thing for me, don't compare yourself to anyone else. Even down to the smallest things. Look at yourself. Close your eyes if you can't bear to look at yourself right now, and go within. What lights you up? What makes you feel safe? What excites you? What makes you calm? And allow the process of giving yourself those things be the greatest, most profound act of creativity you will have ever partaken in. And then watch as naturally other things fall into place, as they should, when they should. Love you.